Next week, we'll be learning Python. I expect each one of you to do some research this weekend over Python, and we will have a class discussion on Monday. I'm tired.
Python. What first comes to mind when you hear this word? The first thing you probably thought of was a snake, which is probably why you dreamt of me. Luckily, if you're not a huge fan of snakes, that is not the kind of Python we are referring to. Fortunately, I am a Python, and you'll have to put up with me for the sake of learning Python, as this is your dream and you assume the kind of research you will be doing is about snakes. However, you will be learning a high-level and general-purpose programming language, in which we will be learning the fundamentals of coding in Python.
I never thought I'd be learning about a coding language for my biggest fear, snakes. However, since I only have the weekend, I guess I will have to overcome that fear. So, where do we begin? As I know nothing about coding.
First things first, as I mentioned before, Python is a high-level and general-purpose programming language with easy syntax and dynamic semantics. Guido van Rossum created this language in 1989 to make code more beautiful and easy to read. It is popular as it is easy to use and is an open source language free for everyone to use. You could use it to make anything such as GUI applications, web applications, mobile apps, artificial intelligence, server-side coding, machine learning algorithms, and much more. There are also libraries that are created that help those in need and aid in productivity.
Those features are great and all, but what are some examples of companies that utilize Python?
I'm glad you asked. One widely known platform that you know is Google. As you're using Google to do your research about Python, Google uses Python to provide better research results based on website rankings and much more, which is how Google is able to provide you with the valuable information needed to do your research. Another popular platform is Netflix, as I know you've been procrastinating watching Stranger Things instead of doing your homework.
Haha, so you know about that.
Of course! I bet you didn't know about the machine learning is used to cluster users based on their interests in the shows they watch to retain their users longer.
So, I understand the importance of Python, but how can I start running and writing my own Python code?
Well, first, if we want to write Python code, we have to find an IDE that you could run and write your Python code in. There are many options such as VS Code, my favorite, but there are others such as Sublime, Atom, Xcode for Mac, and many more. It is all based on personal preference. Since VS Code is my favorite, I will give you a brief tutorial there.
Whoa, what is this place? Why is it so dark?
Ah yes, most of us programmers code in dark mode, but there is light mode in the settings if you prefer. However, the dark side has cookies. Mwahahaha.
Where are the cookies?
Oh, that is just something we say to get people to join the dark side. Sorry, no cookies here.
You tricked me.
Oh hush, you will adapt.
Just one thing. I'm afraid of the dark.
You are afraid of snakes too. So look who's talking, missy. Anyways, we must continue on with your training if you want to be able to show off your skills on Monday. I recommend downloading VS Code if you haven't already. It should be fairly simple. Once you have that, this is what your environment will look like, as we are here. So first we need to create a file. We can name it brenda.py. The .py is an important part of the extension as it indicates that we are coding in Python. So we are going to start with some basic print statements. Let's print wake up and run it.
Wake up, Brenda. It's time to go to school. You'll be late.
Oh no.
So today we will have a couple of exercises in Python. Who would like to come up and do them?
I will.
How do you print hello world in Python?
So basically, you write a print function, and then there's parentheses opening and closing, and quotation marks, and inside you write what you want to print. Like, for example, hello world.
Very good.